All right, welcome back. And today we are going to do a question called make the largest number. So let's look at the question here. Given a number of integers, combine them so it would create the largest number. So for example, if we have 17, 7, 2, 45, 42, then the largest number we can do is 772, 75, 217. So the 7 goes first, and then the 72 goes first, and then 45 goes third, and then 2 goes here, and then 17 goes there. All right, so let's go to the drawing board and see what we could come up with. All right, so let's take a simple example. Imagine we have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So intuitively, it's very simple. I think the biggest number we can get is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that means that's 54,321. So that is the largest number we can get. But it seems like we can do this very easy trick where we just take the string that is the highest value. In terms of string, how strings work is given this letter or this character, if it's the biggest, then it's going to be the highest. So for example, 5 would be bigger than 4, 5 is bigger than 42, because you're not comparing numbers, you're comparing strings, right? You're comparing strings. And then because of that, 5 is bigger than like 3 million. But then 5 is actually smaller than 52. Because 5, they're equal, but then 2 is bigger than nothing, right? So that's how you do string comparisons. So it seems like what we can do is we could just greedily take the biggest, this guy, because 5, and then you're just gonna put them in front. So that would be like the best case scenario. However, that's not completely true, because imagine if you had 72 and also 7, then technically, we know that 72, the string 72, is bigger than the string 7, right? So here, if we use our greedy approach, we would actually get 727. But that is clearly not the largest number, because the largest number is 772, which gives us 772, right? So we can actually use this to our advantage. So what we can do is, instead of comparing just the string, maybe we can compare string additions. For example, instead of saying is 72 bigger than 7, what we can do is 72 plus 7. So we combine these string. Is that bigger than 772? So essentially here, what we did is we combined these guys together like that. But then for this one, we actually swapped them. So this is one thing that we can do, is we can compare, instead of just the string, we compare what the combination of the string is. And then given that, you could actually choose the right one. And you know that if this is correct, then once you compare the other ones, for example, if we have multiple numbers like 72, 7, and like 4, for example, or 45, then if this guy is bigger than that guy, or sorry, so this guy, the string is technically bigger than this string, but if we do the combination 727, is that bigger than 772? No, it's not. So now we have 772 as the biggest, but then we can also compare with these guys. For 72 and 45, is 7245 bigger than 4572? No, it's not. So then what you're going to do is, in the end, you're actually just going to order them. You're going to sort them, because there's no instances where if this guy, because this guy is actually the biggest string here in combination, because if you combine with that, it's still the biggest. If you combine 745, it's bigger than 457, right? So that means what we can do is we can just define this function, this comparative function, where you combine both of them and then you compare them. You can use that comparison function to use for your sorting. So that's pretty much it. Let's try to make this more clear using our example. So back to the example, we had 17, 7, 2, 45, 72. Okay, so let's take 17 first, and then we're gonna see which one is bigger. So is 17 plus 7 bigger than 17? No, it's not. So it is not bigger than 7. All right, and then let's go to 2. 17, 2. Is that bigger than 217? No, it's not. Okay, 45. 1745. 1745, is that bigger than 4517? No, it's not. And then etc., etc. And then, okay, we'll just do one more. 1772, is that bigger than 7217? No, it's not. It's all smaller. So we know this guy is actually the smallest value that we want to give. So 17 here. And then we're going to do the same thing of 7, 2, 45, 42. And later on, you'll realize that once you sort them, the sorted list will look like this. 2, 45, 72, and 7. Yeah, the only edge case is actually these guys. When they have the same number, but one of them has, when they have exactly the same number, but one of them has an extra digit. That's the only edge case. Like if you always have a single number like 0, 1, 2, 3, etc., you can actually use the old technique, which is literally just comparing the string. Cool. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to create this function where it compares a plus b and b plus a, and then it checks which one gives you a bigger string. And then we're going to just sort them. So what's the time complexity of that? Well, each comparison is actually constant because all you have to do is you have to like add them up and then you swap them. But then the sorting, we know that sorting algorithm takes n of log n. So that's why the algorithm here is n log n. And in terms of space complexity, we do have to store the result. We have to store the array, and we also have to output the string at the end. And then the string is O of n. So that means the space complexity is O of n, and then the time complexity is O of n log n. Cool. All right, so let's code this up. All right, so first, let's define the comparison function. So let's call it compare. We have the string a and b. All right, and then what we want to do is if string a plus string b is smaller than string b plus string a, then what I want to do here is return 1, and then else return -1, because that's just how comparisons work. So now we have this function, and what we want to do is we want to create this whole new array called string numbers. And then what we're going to do is for all the strings, string n, for n in sorted. And then how do we want to sort these numbers? We want the key to be, let's see, oh, I forgot to add one thing that I want from from the library. Func tools, import compare to key. All right, so then what will the key be? All right, the key will be comp to key, and then we're gonna have our function compare. All right, let's see if that works. I'm not sure about the syntax, but yeah. So in the end, what we want to do is we return the array, and then we just join it so that it becomes a string. All right, and then that's pretty much it. Let's see if it works. So back to the question, I forgot that I was using Python 3, but yeah, so, and then if we print this, then we're gonna get the number that we want, which is this one. Cool. So we can try another one. We could try, what if it was like 78, then it should be 78.7. All right, so yeah, 78.7, that's perfect. And then we could try another one. Let's see, what if this guy becomes 9? So I think it would be 9.7 and then 7.8 and then 7. Yep, all right, awesome. Cool. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So the first thing we did was we defined a comparison function where it's like where we combine a and b we compare A and B versus B and A. And then what we do is we call this sorted function, where we sort it and we create this new array where it's sorted depending on this compare function, and then we just join it and then we get the string out of it. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, and thank you for watching. I hope this was useful. See you next one.